So, question 2, page 43 is the question we're going to have a look at today. This harmful chemical sign is based on an equilateral triangle. So that's a key piece of information for us. And the altitude of the sign is 145 millimeters. So remember, the altitude is the height from the base up to the apex. Create the sign with the given measurements, okay? So, they give us the altitude of the triangle this time. So we'll be able to draw a baseline and we'll be able to get this altitude point up here, okay? From this point in, we're going to be able to use our knowledge of equilateral triangles and their angles to find the rest of the shape. So, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line, a straight line down here on my page. So I'm going to draw my line nice and lightly. Anywhere on that line, doesn't matter where on that line, I'm just going to put in a center line. So it doesn't matter where. Okay? I'm just going to put in a center line like this vertically. Now from this baseline up to the apex of the triangle is 145 millimeters. So from the base up to the apex is 145 millimeters, which is there. Okay? So now that's the top of my triangle. And I know my two bottom corners are somewhere along this line. Well, it's an equilateral triangle. The angles in a triangle are 180 degrees. Okay? If we divide that by 3, because there's 3 angles, it gives us 60 degrees. So an equilateral triangle, the 3 sides are the same length, and the 3 angles are the same angle. So 60 degrees, so we're going to be using the 60 degree side of our set square. And we're going to be coming from this apex point down until we hit that baseline that we drew in the very start. So that's the first big triangle drawn. Okay. The next triangle, so that's my outside triangle drawn. The next triangle is 10 millimeters in from the big one, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 10 millimeters in from that baseline. So measure my 10 millimeters to my little mark, and I can draw this line. Okay. Now I'm going to measure 10 millimeters in here from the side, and 10 millimeters in from this side. Remember now, the angles do not change in an equilateral triangle. It's 60 degrees all the time. So I'm going to go 60 degrees again. And I'm going to go 60 degrees on this side. I'm just drawing my baseline. So, that's our 2 triangles drawn on the page there now anyway, right? So that's my grey and my yellow. So all we have to look at now is that little X in the middle, okay? Now it gives us how high up from this line here to that point in the X is 25 millimeters. And it also gives us what angle the X is. It's 45 degrees. So, first of all, I'm going to measure up on this center line I've drawn already. My 25 from the second triangle. So 25 here. So that's that point there. Now I'm going to get my 45 degree set square. So I get my 45 degree set square. Drawing this line nice and lightly first. The distance of it is 25. Gives it to us in the book. So 25. Just here. And now I just use the other side of my 45 degree set square to get this side of the X. It's 15 wide. So it's just a matter of going around the shape using your 45 degree set square to finish in the X. So it's 25 here now again. I'm going to be going this way, this way, for 15. And it's 25 here again. So we're just using our 45-degree set square to get that x there then in the middle. Okay? I'm just darkening it in now. So I done it nice and light first. Then we go back over it with our darker pencil. Okay, so that's the question fully completed. It's page 43, question 2. Okay, so that's the question fully completed.